Hi guys, I never thought I would actually say this, but I think I agree with Nadine Dorries. Now there has been a lot of speculation at the moment about what will happen to Rishi Sunak after next Tuesday. On that day there is expected a vote on his immigration bill. Now he rejected the idea that this would be a confidence vote, but by rejecting it, it basically becomes one. Now if there are enough Tory rebels and he loses the vote, such an important one, he will likely resign within a few days. If he wins, it will have to be a big majority in order for him to keep his premiership afloat. Anything short would increase the pressure on him. Here is what Nadine had to say.
A number of my ex-colleagues have got various fascinating scenarios. So one scenario is that actually this does for Rishi Sunak, that they've waited long enough for him to turn the polls around, that it isn't happening, that all they see is it getting worse and worse, and that they remove him quickly, which gives them 6 months to turn it around and then another 6 months to bed in. They think if he goes now, they've got 12 months with somebody new. Now, this for me presents kind of like two problems. One is, I know technically that they could do that. I know that nobody in the country could stop that happening because they've been elected for 5 years and it's an internal process. But what would the reaction of the British public be?
Fury, absolute blind fury. We had Liz Truss last autumn. Within weeks, we had Rishi Sunak. If you're serious, I don't think you are saying this, but if you're seriously suggesting that the Tories are going to get rid of Sunak ahead of a general election, I mean,
I can tell you, it is being discussed right now.
And I can tell you, they will be smashed even more.
Okay, well, we've got to go to break.
Even more.
But I can tell you, it's being discussed right now.
What we need to take away from this is never underestimate the insanity within the Conservative Party. Because they put Liz Truss in charge. Think about that for a moment. There are still people within the Conservative Party who would like Liz Truss back, who think that she had been, taken out by the blob or something. That it wasn't her mistake. It wasn't Kwasi Kwarteng's mistake. It was, the public or the media or the EU or the civil service or whatever. It was their fault, nothing to do with Liz Truss or Kwasi Kwarteng. But I have to agree with Nadine here, because Nadine understands perhaps the insanity within the Conservative Party. They don't care about winning elections. They want their person in charge. Now, some of them may think that actually may care about winning elections, and they think that Suella Braverman or Kemi Badenoch is that ticket. It's not. The Conservatives are going to lose. So, of course, people like Nadine Dorries didn't want Rishi Sunak in charge. She wanted Boris in charge. Now, Boris can't be in charge because he's no longer an MP. But if he had remained an MP, she would have been campaigning for Boris to be back. But in a sense, she's right that when she says that, yes, technically they can do this. They could replace Rishi Sunak, put somebody else in charge with the hope of, well, what they can do is try and turn things around. Yeah, if we have Suella Braverman in charge, for example, she'll stop the boats. She'll deal with the immigration problem. No, she won't. There's this echo chamber within the Conservative Party membership that immigration is the primary concern of the British people. No, it's not. Cost of living is. The NHS, education, crumbling infrastructure, the economy. These are the concerns of the British people, not immigration. But the people within the Conservative Party, within their echo chamber, believe immigration is the most important topic on people's minds, and they believe that Rishi Sunak didn't really believe in dealing with immigration, so you need somebody who does, and who better than Suella Braverman to do that. If we have Suella Braverman in charge, she'll be able to turn the Conservative Party around, and she'll be able to help us win the next general election, or at least minimise the damage, because she'll focus on the priority of the British people: immigration, stopping the boats. It's insanity, but maybe Nadine is tapping into that. Let me know in the comment section, guys, what you think. As always, your comments are greatly appreciated. Thanks a lot.